Hey everyone, welcome back to Fluent Guys. Today we have an amazing English learning video for you, featuring one of the most heartwarming and iconic movies of all time, Forrest Gump. If you're learning English, you're going to love this because we'll go over the story of Forrest Gump in simple English, breaking it down with easy-to-understand explanations. Plus, we'll dive into some of the most famous phrases and idioms from the movie, explaining their meaning to help you improve your vocabulary and listening skills. So sit back, relax, and let's get started.
Forrest Gump is born in the small town of Greenbow, Alabama. As a child, Forrest has a low IQ and wears leg braces, which makes him the target of bullying at school. However, despite these challenges, his mother, Mrs. Gump, teaches him important life lessons. One of her most famous sayings is, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." This means life is full of surprises, both good and bad, and you never know what's coming next. Forrest's legs heal, and one day, while running away from bullies, he discovers that he's incredibly fast. His running ability leads him to become a football star in high school. With his talent, he earns a scholarship to play college football at the University of Alabama. Forrest's ability to run fast opens doors for him that no one ever expected. After college, Forrest joins the U.S. Army and is sent to fight in the Vietnam War. He meets his best friend, Bubba, in the Army, and together, they dream of starting a shrimp business after the war. But tragically, Bubba is killed in combat. Forrest also saves his commanding officer, Lieutenant Dan, who loses his legs and struggles with depression after the war. Despite these hardships, Forrest receives a Medal of Honor for his bravery. After the war, Forrest returns home, but he doesn't forget Bubba's dream. He starts a shrimping business called Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. With some luck and hard work, the business becomes a huge success, making Forrest a millionaire. But throughout his adventures, one person is always on Forrest's mind: his childhood friend, Jenny. Jenny's life is much harder than Forrest's. She grows up in an abusive home and struggles with drug addiction, poor relationships, and bad decisions. Despite this, Forrest always loves her unconditionally. They have a complicated relationship. Jenny drifts in and out of his life, always looking for happiness in the wrong places. At one point, Forrest becomes famous again by running across the country for over 3 years. His epic journey inspires people, and he becomes a symbol of hope. People join him, but Forrest doesn't do it for attention. He just feels like running. Another example of how his life follows its own path. Finally, after many years, Jenny returns to Forrest, and they get married. She reveals that they have a son, also named Forrest. But soon after, Jenny dies from an illness, likely related to her troubled past. Forrest is left to raise their son alone, teaching him the same life lessons his own mother taught him. Forrest's life comes full circle as he sends little Forrest off to school, showing that life continues, full of the unexpected twists and turns that make it unique.
Now that you've heard the story, let's dive into some key idioms and famous phrases from Forrest Gump that will help you improve your English. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. This means that life is unpredictable. You never know what will happen, just like you don't know what kind of chocolate is in a box until you taste it. Stupid is as stupid does. Actions speak louder than words. People are judged by what they do, not how smart they are. Forrest uses this to remind people that intelligence is about actions, not just knowledge. Run, Forrest, run! This phrase became famous as a way to tell someone to go fast or escape danger. It's shouted at Forrest when he first learns to run away from bullies, and later, when he's racing on the football field. I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. This phrase shows that love doesn't require intelligence. It's about feelings and understanding someone deeply. Forrest says this to express how much he loves Jenny, despite his challenges. We were like peas and carrots. When Forrest says this about Jenny, he means they were close and fit together perfectly, just like how peas and carrots are often served together in a meal. It's a way of saying two people belong together.
That's the story of Forrest Gump. I hope you enjoy hearing it in simple English, and I hope you learned some new idioms and phrases along the way. This movie is a great way to understand important life lessons while improving your English vocabulary and listening skills.
If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to Fluent Guys for more content like this. Let us know in the comments which part of the story or which phrase you found most helpful. And as always, keep learning and stay fluent, guys. See you in the next video.